Okay, Brenda here with a really quick video on the process of covering the naked purse, or in this case, the lunchbox. So I just wanted to show you what I decided to do. I decided I wanted it to be a little shiny, so instead of inking I used acrylic paint, just black acrylic paint and paintbrush, and I painted all around any edges that might show after I put the paper on. So I did it inside. I don't believe I'm going to cover this piece with anything at all. I'm just going to put a piece here and here. So I just painted it all up, and then I broke out the tracing paper to make my stencils for the pieces that I cut. I have a front piece, a back piece. Well, let's see. Yeah, because I mark them as I make them. A front piece, a back piece, a top handle piece, and like that. And this is really why I'm here, the top piece. The rest of it is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just going to let you know how I made my piece to go around the handle. So I make stencils is what I do. So these are my pieces, and I'll use these pieces to cut the inside pieces. I'll use these as my stencils because I know they're already perfect. I start with tracing paper, and I lay it on top of my box. And so I have, this is the flat piece here, and here is this piece here, and of course this piece here also. So they're the same. And then this, I hope you guys can see this because it is tracing paper. This is my bottom piece. And again, I'm just laying it on top and tracing out my spots. I needed to know where my holes would be in the bottom. And then for the top piece, that was the most difficult, and that's really why I'm here. Let's see. This is my piece. I hope you can see that. So I held my tracing paper, I measured it, and then I held my paper up here, and I made little marks where the handle was, and I drew cross lines. And it's not centered, so I did that this way also, so I would get a perfect mark, a square to cut out. And I think you can see that like that. So I just cut it out there and there. And, you know, so you really practice, and you get a perfect piece before you cut into your paper and potentially mess up the only paper you have, which is always my case. So I love what I choose for the cover. I only have one, and I can't mess up. So I do stencils a lot. So you can see that is a pretty darn good fit on there. So I used this piece of stencil to cut my lid piece like this, which also fits on absolutely perfect. So there you go. I did it this way. I actually wish I would have done it this way. So I may look around and see if I have a big enough piece to cut a new flat, because I want it to, well, let's see. Actually, it works out just fine. So if you've got a pattern, you want to make sure you're going in the right direction. So I had two pieces, and I needed every one of them to go all the way around this box. So there you go. That's what you do. You make yourself a stencil, and you may have to do it more than once to get it perfect here, and then you do it on your paper. Anyway, just checking in on the process, and I'm going to finish covering my box. And the apples on the outside, I'm going to use this pretty paper on the inside flap, and I'll be back to show you what happens.